Hello and welcome to another episode of this playthrough series with Leicester City on Football Manager 2022. In the last episode, you may remember that it was pretty poor. We lost 3-1 at home to Liverpool and then only drew 1-1 in the opening Euro Cup Group C game against Celtic. A poor result for us, going 1-0 down and James Maddison clawing us back into it too. If you've not seen it already, please go back and watch it. However, since then, we've won 9 in a row, and that includes games against Man City and Tottenham, which I thought were going to be very, very tricky. We know what Man City are all about this season, it would seem. We've progressed in the Carabao Cup 2 through the third round and an even easier fourth round tie against Doncaster, beating Galatasaray and Brondby in our further Euro Cup games, as well as good results against perhaps lesser sides in the league, Southampton, Burnley and Norwich, which then leaves us sitting third in the league. Just 1 point behind Liverpool, albeit they've got a game in hand. But we're flying, and I might sound shocked. There's one reason for that. That's because I am. Today, however, we play Crystal Palace, who currently sit 19th. It's at home as well. And Brondby, who we beat 3-1 in the previous fixture in the Euro Cup 2. It should be 2 wins after 9 wins in a row, but I've turned the camera on, and I think Football Manager might be able to tell that, because it will probably go very, very wrong. But before we go any further, if I could ask you, if you've not already, please do hit subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss out in future. I've got experiments videos coming once the full Football Manager is out, once it's not the beta sort of standard of game that it is. And I'll have tactics, tips, tutorials, all that kind of thing, as well as this playthrough series and more to come in future. So as I said, subscribe, you don't want to miss out, and leave a like if you're enjoying the series so far. Can we hit 10 likes on this video? That would be much appreciated. Let's get into things and have a look at the starting 11 for that game against Crystal Palace. Part of the reason I believe we have hit a better run of form, a far, far, far better run of form, is because we have switched things up. We are playing this formation now. We essentially switch between this, the 4-1-2-2, whatever. It's basically a 4-3-3, 2 types of 4-3-3s. This one where we have inside forwards, but we play very, very narrow in possession so that they get nice and close to Jamie Vardy. And then we've also got this, where we actually have them up alongside Jamie Vardy. Obviously not Barnes and Chowdhury, but they get up alongside him, but we tell them to play extremely wide, so it's like they're really, really high up there in a classic 4-3-3, rather than as supporting wingers, supporting cast, but here as forwards. So that's part of our reasoning for this good run of form. Also having a defensive midfielder in there protecting whilst the fullbacks spawn forward. Usually Wilfred Ndidi, however, he has picked up a couple suspensions lately, but that's the type of player Ndidi is, these things will happen. But for this game, we have Kasper Schmeichel in goals, Pereira at right back, James Justin also back fit, adding to the competition in the squad, very, very good. Bertrand on the other side with Soyuncu and Fofana, the preferred partnership. Chowdhury comes in for this game, as I said, Ndidi suspended. Ramsey and Tielemans. Tielemans playing as a Mazzala, giving him that license to get forward rather than as a deep blind playmaker, making things happen. An advanced playmaker on attack, Aaron Ramsey, which seems to be helping him perform a lot better too, having actually scored for us now, which when you're paying him 90 grand a week, that's always welcome. Barnes has been on a hot streak of form as an inside forward, 3 goals, 1 assist and 1 player of the match in 7 appearances now since you last saw. Maddison on the other side performing pretty well too, and Jamie Vardy now up to 7 for the season. And we are underway at the King Power against Crystal Palace. Although Crystal Palace sitting 19th under Patrick Vieira, no mugs whatsoever, and it would be typical if they were going to go and score there, but Kasper Schmeichel has collected very, very easily, as we will look to build things up from the back perhaps. No, we won't, we'll go very, very long, fair enough. Try and boot it down 34-year-old Jamie Vardy's neck, but Harvey Barnes down the right hand side, Ramsey in support, and we are, oh yeah, the camera's on, it's last ditch block times. We'll probably see the corner, nothing will probably happen from it. Ryan Bertrand puts it in. He's been absolutely brilliant, by the way. Thank you very, very much, Brendan Rodgers, for signing him at 32 years old. Performing very, very well for us. Ramsey's cross cleared. But we go again. Jamie Vardy, he's got Ricardo up in support on the right hand side. Can he find a man in the middle? We're going to work it very nicely. Yes, blocked shot once again. What's happened there? Is that a penalty? It looked pretty soft to me. It looked like Harvey Barnes maybe threw himself to the ground, but we'll go to VAR. And it's a penalty. For once, by the way, they have fixed VAR. It does go both ways now. It is basically a 50-50 chance. If anything, more likely, see goals given. But Jamie Vardy has stuck away the penalty and we lead his 8th goal of the season now. After I slandered him in the last episode, he has picked up massively. Obviously, benefiting from the change in system. Not the best penalty, but enough to put us 1-0 in front. Let's push on, hopefully. And we have a free kick. Ryan Bertrand steps up and hits the post. Jamie Vardy collects the loose ball, though. Are we going to... Yep, shot blocked. Who's shocked? And Edward loses out, fouls Aaron Ramsey. No need, must have learnt that at Celtic Park. Vicente Gaeta. I think it's Vicente. He's given the ball away. Anyway, regardless. Soyuncu looking to come out from the back and doing so. Nothing silly. Very, very good. We're working it nicely. Nice and short. Keep it controlled and the chances will come. Ramsey out wide to Ricardo, who loves bombing forward, and he's going to take this on himself. A good save from Gaeta there. And we are currently top of the league as things stand. Obviously going to be subject to change, as it will be throughout the whole season, but that's nice. It's positive to see we're up there now after a shaky spell surrounding the last episode, as Vardy's shot blocked once again and Crystal Palace hack it clear. It's all go so far in this game, and it doesn't change. Tielemans in, Ricardo scores 2-0 up, his first goal this season. Brilliantly picked out from Yuri Tielemans there, who's picked up his form massively again since I slandered him in the last episode. I tried to offer him a new contract. He wanted a release clause. I don't want to give him that yet in case it's met by a big club. But hopefully if we can win the league, qualify for the Champions League, hopefully, fingers crossed, perhaps a more realistic expectation, then he will be more likely to sign and not have to slip that in there. But we've been absolutely dominant in this first half, if you saw the statistics there, and we might add another goal yet. Tielemans, Bertrand open on the left hand side, he gets it across and it's headed over by a book's Jamie Vardy. As we head towards half time, we have half time in fact, Crystal Palace haven't even scored, they haven't even had a shot on target, had a shot at all. Blimmin' heck, they've been terrible is what I'm trying to say. Which is interesting because they've kept the ball sort of okay, very, very similar, but we're dominating them in XG. In fact, we should be 3-0 up, at least. Absolutely smashing them, more of the same, please. We are actually at half-time going to take off Jamie Vardy. He's on a booking. We've got a game against Brondby coming up, which I'd probably like to play him in too, so we can see if we can get the qualification wrapped up with a couple of games to go. And we've got fitting replacements. I think I'll go with Kelechi and Nacho up top. Perez, by the way, after I've been slagging him off too, he's come in and filled in, went in that deep line forward role and played with 3 up top at times and performed very, very well. But there we go, 2-0 up, Vardy off, a chance to rest him and not have him get sent off, always a bonus. And Ricardo has a throw in. Ricardo Pereira finds Aaron Ramsey, and let's see if we can get a third goal with half an hour to go and wrap things up, please. Chowdhury finds Yuri Tielemans, a bit of a wayward ball, and we have given the ball away, even more wayward from Yuri there, but Soyuncu will collect. Nothing silly now as Bertrand heads it in to the midfield there. Okay, we're working this very, very nicely, and we have made it 3-0. Madison and Barnes linking up there as the inside forwards. I think we could be on to a winner with this formation, this tactic setup as well. Absolutely brilliant so far. Obviously bigger tests will come than Crystal Palace, but we put Man City away and Tottenham away in between the episodes. The next episode you will probably see us face Arsenal. That'll be a true test of see how far we have come since the previous episode, as Crystal Palace now at the bottom of the league thanks to us, and still have not registered a shot. But they might do one here. Do a shot. Wow, that is brilliant. Brilliant from me there. Here we go. Conor Gallagher though. Let's limit them. Could we limit them to no shots at all? Probably not. We'll probably see one now. But God, that would be brilliant. Very, very good so far to take a team to the 70th minute without having a shot. They've hit the target. One shot on target. Not bad. Good stop from Kasper Schmeichel. Clearly paying attention. Not having fallen asleep. As Arsenal have gone 4-0 up against Everton. Goodness me. The corner was poor though, wasn't it? We're going to take this chance now. 3-0 up with 15 minutes to go to rest the ageing Aaron Ramsey and injury-prone Aaron Ramsey, who's not been so bad so far. And Yuri Tielemans too, a very, very important player. Boubakary Soumare is his name, I've found it out. Great name, by the way, like the fact it rhymes. He comes on in the middle of the park, and Albrighton comes on, going out wide, meaning Maddison can slot in the middle. Absolutely fine. We're just going to tell him to take the tempo down a little bit more. Let's not strain ourselves. Let's just keep it nice and simple. Maybe grab another goal because we're brilliant at football. But there's no need to exert ourselves too much now. Save that energy going into the Brondby match. But we have another throw in here, and Albrighton nods it down, cut out though. So let's see if we can get fourth goal. That would be lovely. Just a little bow on the present there, since this has been an absolute gift of a game. Soumare working it very, very nicely, and there we have it. Jimmer, James, Mr. Maddison, whatever you want to call him, scoring it again, 2 episodes in a row now. This time, slightly better than our equaliser against Celtic. A 4th goal for us against Crystal Palace. He scored in one of the games, I can't remember what it was, off camera, from 27 yards, by the way. The kid is brilliant. 4-0 up with little less than 15 minutes to go. Easy as pie. I don't know why people say that pie isn't very, very easy. Lots of decimal places there. But Crystal Palace have been very, very easy, to be fair. Easier than pie. A lot easier than pie, in fact. But they have the ball here. Gaeta, he's been in the Premier League quite a while now. Not quite sure how to say his name still. Has given us the ball back. Ryan Bertrand took that down very, very well. Oh, I can't sing his praises enough. As Maddison has slipped in Albrighton. And a 5th goal perhaps on the horizon. That would be lovely. A better start to this episode anyway than the one with Liverpool in it in the previous episode. What a hit that was from Ricardo Pereira. Goodness me. He's just been getting better and better and better. We have 3 brilliant right backs, and I don't really know what to do, because looking at left back, it looks terrible. Bertrand and Luke Thomas, not great options. Thomas played brilliant in the last game against Brondby, and as I say, Bertrand has been absolutely fantastic. Pereira on top form with Castagna behind him, and James Justin just coming back to fitness too. We've got so many good fullbacks, it's absolutely fantastic, as they have in fact delivered the man of the match performances. Pereira officially, but Bertrand not far behind him. 5-0, we have absolutely dominated them. Hopefully we'll do the same in the next game against Brondby. And goodness me, I've been given manager of the month for October. Thank you very, very much, very, very kind. 100% win ratio. 1-0 win against Southampton, not the most convincing, but 3-1 win against Burnley, 4-3 against Norwich, that was a barn stopper, and obviously that 5-0 game against Palace. Very, very happy with that. And going into the game against Brondby, we do rotate and we do set up with the other formation, the perhaps more attacking 4-3-3. Schmeichel keeps his place in goals, and it's a completely different back 4, but still a very, very good one. Castagna, Vestergaard, Johnny Evans and Luke Thomas. Evans will help, his experience will help get Thomas through the game. Ndidi comes back in, Ramsey and Tielemans. The fact that Ndidi misses out in suspension in the last game and we rested Ramsey and Tielemans gives us a great 3 in midfield there, with Vardy keeping his place up top as well, having come off at half time. Perez and Daka in support, I'm sure, will be enough to help us get through this game, and we've got plenty options on the bench if things aren't quite going to plan. However, I might make a rod for my own back here, but I would expect them to go to a similar fashion as they did against Palace. And we are underway in our 4th game of the group stage. As you can see, we are currently top of the group as Castagna gets injured. Thank goodness James Justin's back. Ricardo Pereira, straight swap. 12 minutes in, that's not what you want at all, but Castagna, a capable replacement. As we have a free kick, let's win this game. I think we might be as good as through, if not completely through, as Tielemans balloons one over. I think Galatasaray perhaps up in the other game in the group, I'm not quite too sure. We can't see, they've maybe already played. Okay, in conclusion, I have no idea, but Brondby do have a free kick. We've beaten them in the last game 3-1. Let's have more of the same, and that was away from home, but they've gone back to Hermansen, who's very kindly given us the ball back to a huge Vestergaard at the back there, and indeed on a booking already, who is shocked. We've got Get Stuck in, he's an aggressive player, it's bound to happen. Patson Daka slips in Jamie Vardy, and it's a goal. It's offside. I thought he looked onside. Will we see the goal given by VAR? Last Football Manager I would say no, but yes we have, as Celtic have gone 1-0 up against Galatasaray to Patson Daka slipped Vardy in behind, a perfectly timed run as we see all the time from Jamie Vardy, and a fantastic finish. 1-0 up, let's keep this going, no let up, please Leicester City. A Brondby corner however goes in, it's headed clear, it's a penalty, I think. Oh dear, what was it for? Handball? I don't know. Penalty awarded. It was a push from Vardy on Friendship apparently. It's Kasper Schmeichel between the stick up against Headland. How will he do? He goes the right way. Not good enough however. Against a team from his native country, Denmark. They are Danish, aren't they? Brondby, I think so. Yeah, I believe they are. Don't doubt yourself, Calum. It's okay. Not quite getting to the far corner, there is Kasper. 1-1, probably going into half-time. Not great, but we have the ball. Luke Thomas, fine on the left-hand side. Finds Yuri Tielemans, who breaks forward from midfield. Okay, let's get the ball across. That's not getting the ball across at all, but we have kept it. That's the main thing. Going in at 2-1 would be fantastic. Patson Daka. Oh, we're working this very nicely, as indeed as... Oh my goodness, I think that can only be described as rifled one into the corner there. 2-1 up, we're going to head in at half-time. A great goal from Wilfred Ndidi. It was very, very well worked. It was a patient build-up, the short passing we've implemented, working there, and a great strike from range, finding the top corner, Wilfred Ndidi. Insert clip here.
A great start for Leicester City. Yes, Ndidi.
Thank you very, very much for that. It's 2-1, deservedly so. Let's kick on in the second half. And said second half is underway. Brondby in possession though. They've looked for their winger on the far side there, but cut out well by Luke Thomas, only 20 or 21 years of age. A great player. Jose Perez takes that ball down and delivers a great cross. Goodness me. Are we going to finish? No, we're not, but we're creating the chances. Far, far better chances than we saw in previous episodes. Yuri Tielemans with a corner. Can't imagine much will happen here. Nope, it's headed clear, and that should be the end of the highlights. I hope it's the end of the highlight. A great tackle from Pereira breaks it up. Ricardo Pereira finds himself with a throw-in though, combining well with Wilfred Ndidi, and the ball's gone in. A good save by Hermanson. He does well to hold it there. Is that the end of the highlight? Or are we going to see Brondby counter-attack? No, Ndidi flicks it on, and it's found its way through to Jamie Vardy. He's got men in the middle, does Jose Perez. He finds Tielemans, and Tielemans finds the back of the net. 3-1 up. Hopefully we won't throw it away from here, you would like to think anyway. A very, very well worked goal there. Capitalising on Brondby's slack defending, slack in possession too. But Perez, a great ball in and a great finish from Yuri Tielemans. The keeper stood no chance. And with 20 minutes to go, we're just going to get Ademola Lookman on, get him involved. Patson Daka takes the advanced forwards role. Lookman up in support along with Perez. Vardy going to the bench once again. He's old, we've got to protect him, 34 years of age. On a booking too, we don't want him to get suspended. Hopefully we won't throw it away and regret taking him off. Less than 5 minutes to go as Napoli are now 8-0 up against Shakhtar Sologorsk. We head into added time. I'll just rest one more player for the rest of added time. Aaron Ramsey on a booking too, not performing particularly well. We'll take on Hamza Chowdhury, not in his preferred role whatsoever, but we'll wind down the clock as we head towards full time. Thomas with a throw in. Are we going to add another goal? It's gone in. It's fumbled in by Hermanson. Very, very poor. Offside apparently. It was a cross, surely not. I think this is going to be given. I will look like an idiot now if it's not. We're going to have a little replay of it first. Let's see. Tielemans ball in. Daka. I don't see anything wrong with that myself. You might see different at home. But the goal stands. Perfect. Absolutely wonderful. The super sub, Patson Daka, adding a fourth goal for Leicester there. Absolutely dominated them like we did Crystal Palace. Absolutely perfect episode. I make that now 11 matches, won in a row, with 12 undefeated if you include the draw against Celtic. A not bad turnaround, is it? And I'm a genius. I think so anyway. You might not. Let me know in the comments down below, I'm sure you will. That win, however, does put us all but through into the next round of the Euro Cup, with Celtic having to win both games, us lose both games, and there has to be an 8-goal swing in terms of goal difference, which I can't see happening. Weird things have happened though. However, in order to find out, you will have to come back and tune in to the next episode, where we will face Arsenal, who currently sit third as we sit top of the Premier League, and Galatasaray in the last Euro Cup game too. And you know exactly what to do to ensure that you don't miss out on that next episode. Hit subscribe with notifications on so you know exactly when that video goes live, as well as more in future, as well as experiments and tactics videos too. If you've enjoyed this video though, please do hit like to let me know. As I said, can we hit 10 likes for this video? That would be much appreciated. It goes a long way in helping me. Leave a comment below what you think of the new tactics, how things are going, where will we end up this season, how far can we go in every competition we are currently playing in, with the Carabao Cup quarterfinal coming up too in future. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it, and take care.